Hello everyone. So previously we had discussed on the topic tree set actually. Today we'll be discussing on the topic heap, right? So let's see what the definition part say here. A heap is a complete binary tree. Just remember this one. A heap is a complete binary tree where each node is having exactly two children, right? So a heap is a complete binary tree that follows a special ordering rule. What's the rule actually? See, we have two types of heaps. One is minimum heap, min heap, also called as min heap, and another one is maximum heap, also called as max heap. In the min heap, the parent node is always smaller than or equal to its children. The parent node is, we have discussed this one in the priority queue actually. So for the heap, we make use of the priority queue itself. So we will be discussing the operations in detail here, right? So we'll be going with the topic min heap and the max heap in detail as well. For now, let's discuss the heap in detail. Yep. So in a min heap, the parent node is always smaller than or equal to its children. In a max heap, the parent node is always greater than or equal to its children. Yep. So this is very important. Yep. Next, let's move on with the explanation part here. The parent node in the min heap is always smaller than or equal to its children. In the max heap, the parent node is always greater than or equal to its children. Yeah. Next, let's move on with the further things. A heap is mainly used to quickly get the minimum or maximum element. Again, a heap is mainly used to quickly get the minimum or maximum element. So this is one of the things. It keeps elements partially ordered, not fully sorted. Again, it keeps elements partially ordered, not fully sorted. And again, the final one, heaps are commonly implemented using arrays. Yeah, heaps are commonly implemented using arrays instead of the explicit tree nodes. Always remember, heaps are implemented using arrays. Again, heaps are commonly implemented using arrays. So this is very important. You have to keep this in mind, right? Again, heap is mainly used to quickly get the minimum or maximum element. That is the reason we have min heap and max heap, right? So in Java, basically by default, by, when we try to use the priority queue, by default, it uses the min heap. Uh, just always remember this. In Java, by default, if we try to use the priority queue, means if we try to access the heap, actually it uses minimum heap by default. Yeah. So to make use of the maximum heap, we have to go with a collections dot this one reverse order. Yeah. So this is fine. A heap is mainly used to quickly get the minimum or maximum element. It keeps elements partially ordered, not fully sorted. Yep. Heaps are commonly implemented using arrays instead of the explicit tree. So let's try to understand the same thing with a very simple example, right? So just give me a second here. So I'll do one thing. Yeah, let's start writing the code actually. So I'll just go with import java.util. Let me make use of the priority queue, right? So I'll just go with priority queue. So this is fine. Next, let me go with public class. I'll just go with the main here, or you can just go with any name, heap example, heap demo, anything. So let's go with the main method here inside. Remove this. Within the main method, first thing, let's create the minimum heap using the priority queue, right? Always remember, again, I'm stressing this, by default, priority queue in Java is minimum heap, right? By default, priority queue in Java is a minimum heap. I'm stressing this one. Try to remember this. By default, priority queue in Java is a minimum heap, right? Now let's create a minimum heap using the priority queue. So I'll just go with priority queue here. So this is fine. Just go with the integer. Yep. So let me go with heap variable name. Let me complete the syntax here. Yep. So this is fine. Yep. So the next thing is, let's insert the elements into the heap. So to insert the elements, we'll be making use of the operation add actually. This one priority queue provides add actually. Yep. So I'll just go with a heap here. Sorry. What did I choose, man? Heap dot add. So let me add the element 10. So let me copy the same thing actually. Just give me a second here. Let me copy the same thing. Let's take some 3 to 4 elements. Let's take 4 elements actually. So this is fine, I believe. I'll just go with 5. Let me go with 20 and also let me go with 2 actually. So this is fine. So we are inserting the elements into the heap. We are inserting the elements into the heap. within the heap, we have the element 10. Within the heap, we are having the element 5. Within the heap, we are having the element 20. Within the heap, we are having the element 2 actually, right? So heap 10. So first, we are adding the element 10. Second, see here, and this way. Heap consists of the element 10 first. So it uses array. Usually heaps are commonly implemented using the arrays instead of the explicit tree nodes, right? Next, we are inserting the 5. Next, we are inserting this one 20 actually. Yep. Next, finally, we are implementing the, sorry, we are inserting the element 2 actually. Yep. So this one will be 10, 5, 20 as well as the 2. So this is fine. Yep. Now, heap, by default, I said heap will be, sorry, by default, priority queue in Java is a minimum heap. I have said this one. So 10, after inserting the second element, it will not be 10, 5 actually. Yeah, right? So by default, it is minimum heap, right? So it would be 5 and 10. Yeah, it would be 5 and 10. Next, this will not be 10, 5, 20. It will be 5, 10 as well as the 20. The same goes with the final one as well. It will not be 10, 5, 22. It will be 2, 5, this one 20 as well as the 10. It will be partially sorted, I said, if you remember, right? So we have discussed this one in the explanation. So it will be 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 20, and 2, 5, 20, and 10. Yep. So now let's do one thing. Let's try to remove the elements one by one. So to remove the element, priority queue provides, or the heap provides actually this one. What do we call? Poll operation actually. Just give me a second here. 1 second. Yeah. So let me go with system out println. So I'll just go with heap.poll here. So this is fine. Yep. So let me copy this one entirely. Let me copy this one entirely. Let me paste this one some 2 to 3 times. Yeah. So yeah. So first we are removing the elements. So what were the elements that we were having actually? If you correctly remember, in the heap is represented in the form of arrays. We had 2, 5, 20 as well as the 10 actually. 2, 5, 20. Yeah, actually 2, 5, 20 as well as the 10. First it removes 2, second it removes 5, third it removes 10, and the fourth it removes 20 actually. Yep. So this is the output that we need to get when I run the code actually. Yep. So let me run the code. What happened here? 1 second. Let me reload. See here, we have got the output 2, 5, 10 as well as the 20. Yep. So poll always removes the small element. See here. So in the heap, we were having the this one. It is the min heap. Actually, it is partially sorted. So we had 2, 5, 20 as well as the 20. When we make use of the poll operation, that is provided by the priority queue actually. So or the heap. So what happens? So poll always removes the smallest element first. First it removes 2. Then yeah, first it removes 2 here. This one you can clearly see here. Second, it removes 5. You can clearly see here, right? So third, it removes 10. You can clearly see here. Fourth, it removes 20. Yep. So now we are not left with anything actually in the priority queue. So this is one of the simple examples here. So let me remove this one. Yeah, 10, 5, 2, 5, 10, and 20. We have got the desired output actually. We are done with the this one heap topic actually. Let's do one thing. Let's discuss the real world applications of the heap, right? So first one here. So it is used for the priority scheduling. When I say priority scheduling, so basically it is used in the operating system to decide which process runs next. So this is completely based on the priority, right? So this is completely based on the priority scheduling. Actually, it is used in the priority scheduling. This is one of the real world applications. And also it is used in the Dijkstra's algorithm. Yeah, it is used in the Dijkstra's algorithm. So we make use of the priority queue itself in the Dijkstra's algorithm, right? So it is used in the Dijkstra's algorithm as well. So to calculate the top k element also we use this one heap actually, or to go with a or to find the top k elements, or in the top k elements problem, we will be making use of, or we can make use of the this one. What do we call? Heap actually. This is one of the this one application as well. The fourth one, we will be making use of it within the heap sort. Yeah, we will be making use of the heap within the heap sort as well. The final one is event simulation system. So we will be making use of this one heap within the event simulation system. So within the heap sort, actually sorting algorithm, it is a sorting algorithm based on the heap structure. So quite obviously we'll be making use of the heap. Top k element problem, basically to find the top k largest or smallest elements in the data streams, right? So you can solve it in the LeetCode. You would have solved. I have solved actually many problems basically. Top k elements problem, so which involves priority queue mainly. I mean heap, max heap, and also two heaps combined. Actually, I have solved many problems. So you would have solved many problems in the LeetCode as well. If you're starting currently, so just remember that it can be used in the top k element. This one problems as well. The final one is event simulation systems. When I say event simulation systems, uh, to process to always process the next earliest event, so we can just make use of the heap there as well. Yep, in the event simulation systems. So these are some of the applications, these are some of the real world applications of the heap, right? So we are done with the applications of the heap, right? Real world applications of the heap. Next, let's move on with the time complexity and the space complexity part, right? So what would be the time complexity here? There are certain operations that the heap provides. So we have made use of the add here. You can clearly see for the add operation, it would be the time complexity would be big of logarithmic n. Yep. But for the add operation, it would be big of logarithmic n, because heap height is log n. We know this. Yeah, heap height is log n, and reordering happens. Always the reordering happens upward. Just remember this. Again, let me stress this one out. So just remember this one clearly. Just remember this. Try to remember this, because heap height is log n and ordering happens this one upward. Time complexity would lead to big of logarithmic n. What would be the space complexity? Space complexity for the add operation would lead to big of 1 actually. Yep. It would be big of 1 because we'll be going with the in place adjustment. So this is fine for the add operation. And then we have remove as well. Remove operation that the heap provides. For the remove, nothing but will not be making use of the remove keyword. We'll be making use of the poll keyword. We have made use of the poll keyword. See here for the removing, right? So this one for the poll or the remove, actually for removing, the time complexity would lead to big of log n as well. The time complexity would lead to big of log n as well, because reordering happens downward, right? So here reordering happens downward. The space complexity would lead to big of 1. The space complexity would lead to big of 1. Just remember this. Yep. Next, let's move on with the this one. We have discussed for the insert and remove. We are left with this one, peak actually. Yeah, we are left with peak actually. For the peak operation, so we have not used in the example actually. He provides the peak as well. For the peak, time complexity would lead to big of 1 as well. Why it is big of n? Big of 1. It is not big of logarithmic n actually. So top element will be this one top. I mean, when we try to use the peak this one operation, we are trying to access the top element. Top element is always accessible. It will be on the top and it is always accessible, right? So it would lead to big of 1. What would be the space complexity? The space complexity for the peak operation is big of 1. The space complexity for the peak operation would be big of 1. So this is it about the heap. This is it about the heap, right? So, and one more thing I want to discuss. So just remember this very carefully. Just listen to this carefully actually. A heap is a complete binary tree which is completely optimized to always give quick access to the minimum or maximum element. Yeah, let me read this one out loud. Just listen to this carefully. A heap is a complete binary tree that is optimized to always give quick access to the minimum or maximum element. Yeah, so this is it for the heap. Next, we'll be discussing on the topic minimum heap. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.